Hello, good morning. Today we are going to discuss trial of Raja Nandakumar. So let's discuss the background or event before the trial. This trial is the glaring illustration of unbecoming no shobnara of the judiciary. The Supreme Court and the Supreme Government joined hands to cause grave injustice to the native Maharaja Nandakumar. Raja Nandakumar was a big zamindar and very influential person of Bengal. He was once governor of Hooghly under Nawab Siraj ud Daulah in 1756. He was loyal to British company ever since the days of Clive and was popularly known as Black Colonel by the company. Lord Warren Hastings was the first Governor General in Council. He was very efficient, but at the same time, he was very corrupt. His arrogance resulted in the conflict between the Governor General and the member of the Council. Lord Warren Hastings became despotic, and the councillors were against him. 3 out of 4 members of the council were opponents of the Warren Hastings, the governor, and thus the council consisted of two distinct rival groups, the majority group being opposed to Warren Hastings. The majority group comprising Francis, Clavering and Manson instigated Nandakumar to bring certain charges of bribery and corruption against Warren Hastings before the council. Thereupon, Nandakumar in March 1775 gave a letter, that is the letter containing complaints to Francis, and Francis was one of the member of the council, complaining that in 1772 Warren Hastings accepted from him bribery of more than 1 lakh for appointing his son Gurudas as Diwan. The letter also contained an allegation against Warren Hastings that he accepted rupees 2.5 lakh from Munni Begum as a bribe for appointing her as the guardian of minor Nawab Mubarak ud Daulah. Francis, he was one of the member of council, placed this letter before the council in its meeting the same day, and the other members supported, that is other members supported Manson, moved a motion that Nandakumar should be summoned to appear before the council. Warren Hastings, who was presiding the meeting, Warren Hastings, who was presiding the meeting in the capacity of Governor General, opposed Manson's motion on the ground that he shall not sit in the meeting to hear accusations against himself, nor shall he acknowledge the member of his council to be his judges. Mr. Barwell, the alone supporter member of Warren Hastings, put forth a suggestion that Nandakumar should file his complaint in the Supreme Court because it was the court and not the council which was competent to hear the case. But Manson's motion was supported by the majority, hence Warren Hastings dissolved the meeting, and thereupon majority of the members objected to this action of Hastings and elected Clavering to preside over the meeting in place of Warren Hastings. Nandakumar was called before the council to prove his charges against the Warren Hastings. The majority member of the council examined Nandakumar briefly and declared that the charges leveled against Warren Hastings were proved, and Warren Hastings to deposit an amount of rupees 3,54,105 and directed Warren Hastings to deposit an amount of rupees 3,54,105 in the treasury of the company, which he had accepted as a bribe from Nandakumar and Munni Begum. Warren Hastings genuinely believed that the council had no authority to inquire into Nandakumar's charges against him. This event made Warren Hastings a bitter enemy of Nandakumar, and he looked for an opportunity to show him down. So let's discuss. So this was the background or the event before the trial of Raja Nandakumar. So let's discuss the fact of the case. Lord Warren Hastings got aggrieved by the complaint made by the Maharaja Nandakumar. A few months later, Lord Warren Hastings instigated one Mr. Mohan Prasad. He filed a case against Maharaja Nandakumar in the Supreme Court on the charges of forgery. In order to bring further disgrace to Raja Nandakumar, Warren Hastings manipulated another case of forgery against him at the instance of one Mohan Prasad in the conspiracy case. So the charges against Nandakumar in the forgery case was that he had forged a bond in 1770. The council protested against Nandakumar's charges in the Supreme Court, but the Supreme Court proceeded with the case unheeded. म्हणजे त्याचं ऐकलंच नाही या केसमध्ये सुप्रीम कोर्टाने. He was tried by the Supreme Court and he was convicted with death sentence. An application was made by the Maharaja Nandakumar for the stay of the sentence so as to enable him to appeal to the court of King in Council. However, the application was rejected and another application was rejected. First application was rejected. So another petition for recommending the case for mercy to the British Council was also written down by the Supreme Court and the death sentence was executed. The sentence passed by the Supreme Court was duly executed by hanging Raja Nandakumar to death on August 5th, 1775. In this way, Hastings succeeded in getting rid of Raja Nandakumar. Thus, there was a gross injustice inflicted on Maharaja Nandakumar. The trial suffered from serious defect. So let's discuss the critical appraisal of the trial. The Chief Justice Impey in this case acted unjustly in refusing to respite, that is to suspend, to Nandakumar because he had not allowed the petition to respite. No rational man can doubt that he took this course in order to gratify the Governor General because he was Justice Impey. He had good relation with the Governor General, that is with the Warren Hastings. The trial of Raja Nandakumar disclosed that the institution of Supreme Court hardly commanded any respect from the natives, as it wholly unsuited to their social conditions and customs. The trial has been characterized as judicial murder of Raja Nandakumar, which rudely shocked the conscience of mankind. Raja Nandakumar's trial was clearly a case of miscarriage of justice. So, With this, I have completed the trial of Raja Nandakumar. So these are the references. Thank you.